Normal stance, shoulder distance apart, so that we can feel the bottom of our feet. Make sure we're standing not on our toes or on our heels, but try to stand right in the middle of our feet. And let's start with some weight shifting. So let's weight shift from one foot to the other foot. You want to try to feel the weight completely on one side. You don't necessarily have to lift up your other foot. When I weight shift, I'm lifting up my heel a little bit and then I'm coming back down. All right, let's do this now, and let's close our eyes, focusing on mainly getting that input from the bottom of our feet. Now open. Let's shift our weight to the front of our foot, into the back of our foot. So it's going to look a little bit smaller. I'm going forward and back, so I'm not leaning. I'm trying to make sure the weight is coming mostly from my feet. You can lift your toes up or your heel up when you shift your weight to make sure you're getting a big weight shift. And let's close our eyes and shift forward and then back. Keeping our eyes closed. Forward and back. Okay, all right, eyes open again. I'm facing the camera. Now I'm sort of going in a circular motion. So it's going forward, now to my right, back, and into my left foot. Getting all the directions that we can. Now let's close our eyes, trying to focus on just the input coming from our feet. Okay, now let's open our eyes again, and I'm gonna go in the opposite direction that I was going before. So I was going clockwise before, now I'm gonna go counterclockwise. And let's close our eyes. So moving forward, to the side, and then back. I know that when my eyes are closed, I can feel the muscles in my feet moving a little bit more, working a little bit more. Keeping our eyes closed. Okay, and then let's open again. Okay. I'm gonna have the chair next to me, but just in case you need it, you can. First, well, actually, I take that back. You can put the chair away. If you do need it, have the chair there though. Okay, so first one we're gonna do stepping, tapping in 3 different directions. So I'm gonna go forward, to the side, and then back. And so I'm just gonna tap. I'm not stepping quite yet. So first we're gonna do a tap, and then we're gonna step eventually. So I'm standing on my left foot and tapping with my right. All right, let's step. So step forward, transfer your weight to the front foot, and then step back. Step to the side, transferring most of your weight onto the foot that you're stepping with, and step back. And then backwards, same thing. Transferring the weight on backwards, and then back to the middle. So stepping forward, to the side, and back. I'm not going into a deep lunge or anything, I'm just stepping and stepping back to the center. Okay, now I'm going to step 2, so I'm going to step forward and follow with my foot, and then step backwards towards the center. So in the direction I'm stepping with my right foot, and then my left foot coming back. Making those steps nice and big. Let's do one more. And back to center. Now I'm going to do tapping with my left foot. So we're doing the same thing in the 3 directions, but with my other foot. So let's start tapping forward and back, side and back, and back, and back center. Front, center, side, center, and back, center. This is working a lot. I'm standing on one leg while also tapping in 3 different directions. Okay, now let's step. So step forward, transfer your weight onto your front foot, and then back. Side, same thing, and back. Working on shifting our weight into our other foot, and coming back to the center. Ooh. Backwards. Now let's step forward, back to center, to the side, back to center. I'm standing up nice and tall as I do this too. Back, back to center. Forward, side, and back. Let's do one more. Okay. Now we're going to do some of those, we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to do it in the clock. So we have 12, 1, is this the right direction? Can I have a thumbs up? 12, 1, 2, 3, okay. I know it's backwards from when I'm doing it. So we have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to switch legs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then back to 12. Let's do that one more time, just doing our taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and switching legs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now I want us to do our step, shifting our weight forward. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switching legs. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, I want us to do one leg for the whole clock. So this will just be tapping again. So we'll do the first 1 through 6. I'm going to start with my right leg. It should be for you, but it's my left leg. So I'm going to go 1 through 6 normal, but then I'm going to go back and go 7, 8, and 9, and then coming forward to 10, 11, 12, okay? So this is more of a tap, so tapping forward at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is when it gets a little bit dicey. 7, 8, this one's the hard one. 9, and then crossing forward. 10, 11, 12. Let's switch legs. So I'm going to go from 12 backwards. So we're going to go 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, now 5, 4, 3 is the hard one, and crossing forward. 2, 1, and 12. Let's switch legs again. We're going to do that a couple more times. So going forward, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, behind 7, 8, 9, I almost lost my balance there, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's switch legs. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, now forward, 2, 1, and 12. Now I want to call out a different time on the clock. So we'll start reaching out with our right leg first. So I'm going to say a time. So if I say 12, you're going to step forward. If I say 3, you're going to come, no, if I say 3, you're going to come over here. If I say 9, you're going to come back here. So I want you to use one leg, having the same clock in front of you. And when I say a time, I want you to reach towards that time. So we'll start, let's reach towards 6, and then back. 3, back. 11, 9, 7, 1, 5, and 10. Okay, let's switch legs. I'm gonna go 1, 3, 6, 11, 2, 5, 7, and we'll end on 3. Okay, good job, guys. Now, let's grab your chair if you need it. We're gonna do some single leg stance. So standing on our one leg. So first we're gonna do our weight shift again. Let's stand on our right leg first. So just shifting back and forth, side to side. And then going onto that right leg, lifting up your left leg, and trying to let go of the chair as long as you can. If you need to hold on to the chair, you can put a finger. And hold. If you need small breaks, you can take small breaks too. All right, come back onto that foot. Let's shift side to side. And now let's stand on our other foot. So lifting up and trying to stand without holding on if you can. But if you need to hold on, just light pressure onto the chair or the counter. You feel your ankle moving side to side. I'm learning that my left side is struggling a lot more than my right. Okay, I'm gonna put my right side back down. We're gonna do one more on each leg. So shift side to side. And I'm gonna shift all my weight onto my right foot, lift up my left leg, and try to hold it. Okay, back down, shifting side to side, and onto my left leg, lifting my right leg up, and let's try to hold it. And drop that other leg down. Okay, I'm gonna keep rocking from each foot. And we're gonna attempt that with our eyes closed, but I want you to make sure you have a chair or something near you just in case. Because now we're relying on just our feet instead of our eyes. So I'm gonna shift back and forth between my feet. And I'm gonna stand on my right leg, lift it up off the ground, and now I'm gonna close my eyes. And try to hold as much as I can. I have light pressure on the chair next to me, which is fine. Try not to hold on to the chair or lean into the chair. Try to challenge yourself as best you can. And relax, open your eyes, drop your foot back down, and we'll shift our weight again. So let's shift our weight into our other foot. Lift our right foot up. I'm on my left foot right now. And let's close our eyes. Remember to breathe. And relax your foot back down. Okay. Now we're gonna do something similar. We're shifting our weight back and forth, and we're gonna stand on one leg, and we're gonna kick forward, kick sideways, and kick back. Okay? So first, let's start with our shifting our weight. I'll shift onto my right foot first. Again, have something there if you need it. Kick forward, to the side, and back. Forward. You can rest in the middle too. So if you want to rest your toe in the middle, kicking forward, to the side, and then back. This is similar to the stepping, but you're challenging that leg that you're standing on a little bit more. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll switch legs. Okay. Resting that leg down. My leg that I was standing on is a little bit tired, but we're shifting our leg back and forth. We're gonna stand on our left leg, and now we're gonna do the kicks with our right. So kick forward, back, to the side, and back. Forward, side, back. It's like I'm doing a karate chop, my kick. Let's do one more. Forward, side, and back. Okay, relax. Standing on both feet, I'm gonna shake my legs out. Okay, similar thing, but this time we're gonna stand on one leg and we're gonna go around the world and back again. And we're gonna alternate between which direction, so counterclockwise and clockwise. So coming to stand on our one leg, and we're gonna go around and rest, and then back forward. That one threw me off a little bit. So also opening up our hips a little bit more, forward to back, and then back to forward. Try to make the movement as big as you can, but if you're moving just like this, that works too. Then kicking is trying to throw off your center of gravity a little bit. Let's do 2 more. Okay, let's rest. Shake my leg out. Okay, now on to my left side. Same thing, around forward, and then around back to the front. I have my hands on my hips, but you can have your hand on a chair. And in between, you can rest your foot down a little bit, but maintain most of the weight in your other foot. Okay, 1 more. Around forward, and then around back again. Okay, whew. Shaking out my legs. Next, we're gonna do some heel raises. So coming up and going slow on the way down. Try to do this without a chair, but if you need to, you can put 2 fingers on a chair to help with your balance. So coming up and then going down, 1, 2, 3. Coming up, coming down, 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3, and up, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 more. Up, 1, 2, 3, and up, 1, 2, 3, and last one, up and down, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're gonna do that with our eyes closed. So same thing, if you with your eyes open, you had some fingers on something, then keep holding it, placing your fingers on something there. But if you want to challenge yourself, just have your hands hover a little bit. So we're gonna close our eyes and lift up on our toes and down, 2, 3. Up on our toes and down, 2, 3. Up on our toes and down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. We have 5 more. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. I think 2 more. Up, down, 2, 3. And last one. Up, down, 2, 3. Okay, open your eyes. You'll learn I'm terrible at counting. I don't know. I was good at math in high school, I promise. Okay, now we're gonna go into a split stance, a little bit of a lunge position. Our front knee is going to be bent a little bit and our back leg is gonna be straight. So what I want us to do in this position is lift our back heel up. So we're shifting a little bit of weight into our front leg, rest that heel back down, and lift our toe up in our front leg and back down. So heel up, and we're going nice and slow. Toe up, heel up, toe up, heel up. So we're like rocking back and forth. Toe up, heel up, toe up, heel up. Okay, let's switch legs. So the leg that was in the back is in the front now. Same thing, back leg's a little bit straight, our front leg's a little bit bent. We're gonna lift our heel and our back leg, come back down, and lift our toe and our front leg. I'm trying to move nice and slow so I can work on some of the control. Ooh. Let's do a couple more. And then, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this with our eyes closed. Could you guys guess? Okay, last one. Heel up in the back, toe up in the front. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my front leg. So the one I started with, have something next to you if you need it. Our front leg's a little bit bent, our back leg's straight. We'll start with the rocking with our eyes open. So heel up in the back, toe up in the front. Okay, now let's close our eyes. Try to do the rocking without holding on to something, but if you need to hold on to something, again, light pressure. Working on shifting your leg with your feet far apart from each other. Let's do a couple more. And let's open our eyes. And let's switch legs. So now my left leg's in front of me. That leg is bent, back leg is straight. Let's start rocking forward and back. All right, now let's close our eyes. So back leg, the heel comes out, front leg, the toe comes out. Let's do a couple more. And open our eyes and come back to center. Okay. Now we're gonna come back a few steps to where we were before. And I want us to we're gonna go back to the kicks. So weight shifting into one leg and kicking, but I want our arms to be up this time. Or at least one arm. If you need to hold on to something, you have your arm. So again, shifting our weight back and forth. And into our left leg, let's raise an arm up and let's kick forward, to the side, and then back. There we go. This is a little bit more challenging because when you hold your arm up, the center of gravity goes up a little bit. keeping our other hand close to the chair if you need it. Let's do a couple more. Okay, the last one. And back. Stand normal, bring your arm down, and let's shift between our feet again. Now we're gonna stand on our other leg. Pretend I have a chair over here if you want to change direction. Bring your other arm up, kicking forward, up to the side, and back. Forward, to the side, and back. And back. Forward, side, back. Okay, now shift your weight back. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna go around the world this time instead of our three-way kicks. So you can do the same leg if you change the position of the chair if you want to, or you can switch legs. So shifting our legs back and forth, coming to stand on our one leg, keeping one arm up, and we're gonna go around the world forward, and around the world back again. You can rest your feet in between if you want to. Back, forward, back. Let's do two more. So back, and back forward. Bring my leg back, and then forward again. Okay, let's come back on our other foot. I'm gonna shake that leg out. Shifting our weight back and forth, shifting onto our other leg. Lifting one arm up. We're gonna go around the world backwards and then forwards again. Backwards and then forwards again. And forwards again. Let's do a couple more. Back and then forwards. Last one. Back and forward. Okay. Next, we did double heel raises before. I want you to try to do it on one leg. It's going to be harder to do. So this one you might need the chair if you didn't use it before. So bring one foot up and back down. Let's do on our right foot first. Up and slowly come down. Up and slowly come down. Up, down, 2, 3. Let's do two more. Up, down, 2, 3. And up, down, 2, 3. Let's switch feet. Come on to our other leg. Light pressure on a chair if you need it. And up, down, 2, 3. 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 And last one, up, down, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna switch legs, and we're gonna do it with our eyes closed this time. So I'm gonna go back on my right leg, and let's go up with our eyes closed, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3. Let's do 2 more. Up, down, 2, 3. And last one, up, down, 2, 3. Okay, open your eyes. Let's come onto your left leg. Shake out your right one if he's getting a little tired. And we'll do 5 on this leg. So we're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna come up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. 2 more. Up, down, 2, 3. And up, down, 2, 3. Okay, come back onto your other leg. Okay. Now, we worked on our ankle strategy, the strength of our ankle with a lot of the stuff that we were doing. But now I want to work on some of our hip work. So we're going to have our feet together. And we're just going to stand like this for a second. And then I want you to lean forward, to the side, backwards, and to this side. So we're going to do it with our arms in for right now. So lean forward like you're taking a bow. Come back to the side, and then back, backwards, and then back, and then to the side again. We'll do that one more time. So bend forward, come back to the side, and back, backwards, and back, and to the other side, and back. Okay, now I want you to raise your arms above your head, and we're gonna do a similar thing, keeping your feet together with our arms overhead. We're gonna lean forward first, and come back to center, then to the side, like we're a ballet dancer, and back to center, and the other side. Oh, sorry, I didn't go back first. Back first, back to center, and then to the other side, and back to center. Okay, let's do that. Forward, and back up, to the side, and back up, backwards, back to center, and to the side again, and back to center. Okay, bring our arms back down. Now we're gonna be reaching. So we're gonna reach forward as far as we can. So I look like this. So reaching forward, feet are still together. Coming back, reaching out to this side, coming back, and we can't reach back, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to this side, and reaching back. Now we're reaching forward, come back to the side, and back into the other side. We're gonna do this a couple more times. Reach forward, come back. I'm reaching to the left here, come back, and to the right, and come back. We're gonna do it one more time. Forward, and and back, side and back, and to the side, and come back. Okay. Let's see, how much time? I want to do, let's do some tandem walking. So I'm gonna start from back here. We're gonna do some heel toe walking now. So walking like you're walking on a tightrope. And I'm gonna turn around first. So we're gonna do this a couple times, just taking steps forward. And then we're gonna add some backward steps. So now I'm walking forward again. Does depend on how much space you have. And we're gonna now turn around and I'm gonna walk back again. Okay. Same thing where I'm gonna walk towards the camera, but this time when I walk away from the camera, I'm gonna try to go heel toe backwards. If you have a counter you want to walk next to when you do that, for safety, you can do that too. Or if you feel like you'd be too unstable, you could always keep going forward. Okay, now I'm going to walk backwards. So this way I'm going to go a little bit slower. Coming back forward again. And now I'm gonna step backwards. Going nice and slow. Otherwise, I'll lose my balance. When we do this, we wanna stand up nice and tall too. Okay. Do you guys have tennis balls or balls with you? I know you used it in the past. Yes, you do. Okay. We're gonna do this and we're gonna add bounces. So take a step and bounce. Take a step and bounce. I'll admit my hand-eye coordination is usually not very good, but I'm doing pretty good right now. Okay. Now I'm going to walk backwards, and in between steps, I'm going to bounce my tennis ball. So I'm not necessarily going the whole way and keeping walking as I bounce. I'm taking a step back, having to hold my stance, and then I'm bouncing. Okay, I'm going to go forward again. Working on many things all at once. Okay, and now I'm gonna go backwards again. You might have a smaller space than me, so you might be doing a different pace than me. Okay. Let's see, last thing today. Let's do some figure 8 walking. So I'm gonna walk in the shape of an 8. I'm gonna hold my tennis ball because we're gonna use it in a second. Now it depends how much room you have, so you could have a smaller 8 than me. But sort of this is working on your turns as you walk. Try to not have any crossing over of your feet as you walk. Okay. Now I'm gonna throw the tennis ball up in the air and catch it as I walk in my figure 8. I'm like losing my 8 as I'm walking, as I'm noticing. This way, I'm doing 2 things at one time. Up to you how high you toss the ball. And how fast you walk. So I can speed up my walk a little bit. Okay, now let's add bounces. So bouncing as we walk. Okay, now I want you to switch between bouncing and throwing up. So bounce, up, bounce, and throwing up. Throwing the ball up. I realized I was saying that. It sounds not what I want it to sound like. Tossing the ball up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do one more round. Come back to the front. All right, guys. Good job today. That's all.